Kamalei, what a beautiful name. That in itself is poetry, which should become a song and then a Broadway play.
Thank you so much.
You did something that it's like, I think you took the world by shock. You shocked us because the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow has such a spiritual connection to millions of people. And then you made it your own. It's like, oh my God.
Thank you.
Did you feel something while you were doing that? Because you had to have, because we felt something.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. The version that we did was actually a version that Israel Kamakawiwo Ole did, who was someone super, super famous throughout Hawaii. And his version is slightly different. And that's where the inspiration for that version that we did on that stage came from. Chance felt it appropriate for us to do his specific version of that song. And there are so many spiritual connections to that. First of all, it being a Hawaiian version, done by a Hawaiian and made famous by a Hawaiian, and being Hawaiians ourselves, from Hawaii, allowed us to have that connection to that song, and be a little bit more intimate, when singing it, so I definitely felt something spiritual there. And, the short answer to it is I felt like I was going home,
Oh my God.
And I felt home with me, doing that rendition of that song.
I totally understand that because being here in the South, there's a lot of actors that'll come down and they try to do a Southern accent or they try to have that Southern spirit. No, it comes from the land. It comes from the soil. The way we speak and the way we do things is because as a community, we there's just something about this area, just like Hawaii. I mean, you share the spirit of aloha. I know the word. I've heard the word. You live the word.
Yes, we try our best to,
Yeah. The art of being a teacher. Wow. That's a stage all its own.
It is. And I actually took a little time off to pursue this venture and this part of my music career. But it's something that I learned a lot from. I learned a lot from the students. People think it's a one-way street with teaching, that you're the one teaching, but the truth is it's a two-way street. I'm able to teach a lot, but I'm also able to learn a lot more from the kids that I teach, and it's a beautiful thing.
I can so relate with that because I'm a broadcast instructor, and usually during the opening part of when we get together, I tell them, look, I'm here because I need you, and you can steal my art all you want, but you've got something that I don't have, and that is the knowledge of today's technology, and I need you to teach me how to do it as well.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Performing in Japan. Oh my God, dude. I everything that I've heard about live performances in Japan is just unbelievable because they too embrace music. They cherish it.
Yes. There's a lot of aspects that's wonderful about performing in Japan. I started off as a hula dancer, going to Japan when I was about 10 years old. Was my first trip to Japan, and since then I'm 26 now. I've gone almost annually, and sometimes a few times a year. And I started off as a hula dancer and eventually became a gigging musician in Japan, and I still go regularly, about once or twice a year. But in my opinion, I'd say that in Japan, they're audio technicians, and I think the Japanese people in general, they do everything they can to the best of their ability, and they give you nothing short of their best, So the people there are wonderful. They embrace everything about Hawaiian culture, and they absolutely love us, and we absolutely love them.
Do you think the universe brought you and Chance the Rapper together because the two of you speak of music as being not just a language, but a movement?
I definitely believe that the universe brought us together, and he said the right things, in that moment of my first audition, that allowed me to connect with him. And I think that connection is we use music to deliver messages, whether it's messages of hope, messages of truth. And in my case, what it really is a message of love, and through music, we're able to create those movements, like you said.
Yeah, I mean that's just like this latest movie about Bob Marley. You know, he never felt like he was the star. He was just bringing the message, the word to the people. He was trying to find peace for people.
I love that, and that's so true.
Wow. Now, here's when you decided to go solo in 2021. That had to have been a scary step, or was it?
For me, I wouldn't describe going solo a scary step. It was new. It was a little different.
Yeah.
But I took it in stride, you know, and it was something that I wanted to do for a while. So I was more excited than scared. Of course, leaving the comfort of a band, right, and the accolades and achievements we achieved with that group was a little intimidating. But I felt ready to go off on my own and to be able to fully do unapologetically myself,
yeah.
you know, and the music that I wanted to do, you know. So since then, I've continued to do solo stuff along with my brother. My brother's part of my group that I play music with. But since then, we've been able to just do me, you know, and I've been super happy since, you know.
Is it odd to go from performing with your brother and doing stuff solo, and then now you've got that big band on NBC's The Voice? To me, eye-to-eye contact and body language is what brings a song together, and you've got that band behind you.
Yeah. I grew up playing in a band similar, you know, a full piece, full band like that, but it was all my siblings and my cousins, you know. So I'm kind of used to the band setting. The thing I had to adjust to was not, because I knew everyone in my band personally, right, on a personal level, and we're all family, and then having to play with a band that I didn't really know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to find that connection and trusting that they were like, of course, they were the most amazing band I've ever played with, but just trusting myself, you know, that they're gonna do what they need to do, you know, so I can trust that I just need to do what I need to do. You know, it was a little different in that aspect, but it turned out well. You know, it turned out well.
The music business is changing so much, and probably one of the biggest changes as of late, and it could possibly happen, is the demise of TikTok. How are you preparing yourself for that digitally on the business side of music?
Ooh, I honestly, my wife is my manager, and she's very good with all that kind of with social media, with especially with TikTok and a lot of the business side of music. So I let her take care of it, and so far she's been doing an amazing job.
Where can people go to find out more about you, Kamalei?
So there's a few places people can go to find out more about me and my music. I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. They're all under Kamalei Kawa'a Music. You can find me there. That's the best place to learn more about me. But a lot of my music is on digital platforms. If you search my name, it's there. But one specific place that I want people to go to listen to my music is a place called mele.com, MELE.com. And I have a few new songs there, some videos of me talking about my new song, my new music. But the reason why I'm funneling people towards that is because it's a monthly subscription, but 100% of your prescription monies goes towards helping fire victims from Maui. And I was so fortunate to be able to create this project with another nonprofit here on the island called Kahuli and the goal with this is that we can help support our family who still need a lot of help in Lahaina, and who are still suffering from the effects of the fire.
Wow. I love where your heart is. You got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you so much.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
You too. Thank you so much.